The time for talking is over, and now we make our ascension. Ladies, gentlemen, and people of all ages, welcome back to StrongGate Professional Wrestling, and we have a killer show for you tonight. We have number one contendership matches. We have a whole bunch of bad blood that is just waiting to be spilled. And we are going to start off tonight's festivities with a match between two of the top tier women in their division, Momo Watanabe and Toni Storm. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back with StrongGate Professional Wrestling as we have our first match of the night. It's going to be timeless Toni Storm versus the Dark Peach, Momo Watanabe. This match will be a number one contenders match for Asuka's Queen's Crown Championship, which will be defended in the next show against the winner of this one. So, this is going to be a huge match for both women. Both were pretty high prospects in the Queen's Crown Championship tournament. Of course, they did not win at the end of it, but they did have a strong enough showing for the GM to put this match together for a second chance opportunity for both of them. This is going to be a great match. I can already feel it that this is going to be good. And only time will tell who will win this one.
Fight!
And Toni Storm starts off the match with a vicious chop to the chest, and she's going to try and throw Momo into the corner, but it's easily scouted. If you guys watched the last few episodes, you would have seen that Momo Watanabe did not make it very far in the tournament, but she did have a strong enough showing, and it was because of those strikes that she was able to get through. But Toni Storm also had her big matches. She took on Deonna Purrazzo, of course, in what was considered to be a great match from both women, and it was because of her grappling style. So this is a showing of two different ideals being put to the test, and you know that the champion is watching this one intensely. I would be too if I knew that these two were gunning for my championship. But even around that discussion, there is a name that's being omitted from this. A person that should have been maybe first ballot choice for a rematch against Asuka, and I think that was Giulia. Now, Giulia was in the running for becoming the first ever Queen's Crown champion, but she was unable to secure it. I'm surprised she wasn't even given a second chance here tonight, but it seems like Giulia has other plans, but I know she is watching this one as well. Momo Watanabe in the corner, big drop kick, stunning timeless Toni Storm, but she's still standing here as they're now going to start throwing forearms at one another. And I don't know if that's a good idea to go up against one of the stiffest strikers in the game right now. Momo Watanabe is vicious when it comes to the striking game. Not a lot of women can rival her in that regard, but Toni Storm is most definitely trying, and that's really all you can ask in this match. Momo Watanabe, though, taking firm control of this offense, but Toni answering back with some strikes of her own. And those snapmares and kicks to the spine, that's a good way to weaken Momo Watanabe. Limit the movement. Get her ready for the pile drivers. But you can also see that Momo has been consistently attacking the arm of Toni Storm, trying to wear down that arm strength. I mean, she has to do a lot of lifting for those pile drivers, for the Storm ones. And she's doing a really good job at targeting that limb to make sure that when the time comes, she's unable to finish the match. Toni Storm throwing her outside the ring, though.
3, 4.
Doing a little bit of trash talking before taking a high-risk maneuver, but Momo scouts it, and she goes back into the ring. And again, only at 24 years old, Momo Watanabe is showing off a veteran's IQ here against someone like Toni Storm, who's been in this business for quite a while. And to maybe earn a win over Toni Storm would definitely garner her chances of winning the big one. But Asuka is a dangerous woman. She is not to be trifled with. And wait a minute, Momo Watanabe with a B-driver variation. Looking almost like the Deadeye. Shout out Adam Page. Big elbows here. And now looking for the Peach Sunrise perhaps. And no, wait a minute. Turns it into some kind of pile driver. She landed right on her head. But Toni Storm does get the kick out, and now she's going to try and make something of that. Toni Storm with the snapmares, just doing the small things. Not going for anything really big, just trying to wear her down with this quickness. And honestly, that might be the best thing to do. Just tire her out. But I don't think it's going to matter as she hits the big Meteora in the middle of the ring. But again, another kick out. by Toni Storm. The experience coming through, and there's the Peach Sunrise. Is that going to be it? Toni kicks out. Toni Storm is doing her best right now, holding her own against Momo. She's doing really well, but she does need to make something happen, and she does. Storm Zero in the middle of the ring, away from the ropes. But again, Momo kicking out, using that youthful spirit to try and make something happen, and a B driver.
10 minutes gone.
And again, another kick out by Toni. Looked like she was maybe thinking of a top rope maneuver, but instead she's going for the Tiger Driver. Momo, however, sees it and throws her over the top rope.
1, 2,
And now both women outside again, and there it is again. Her head now making contact with the floor. And now a big hatch suplex. And look at these suplexes she's hitting here. And now a Peach Sunrise as well outside the ring. She wants to put an exclamation point on this match. Maybe a count out victory, but Toni Storm back in after a slew of suplexes. I'm surprised that Toni's even standing up in a big combination, but the headbutt. Stunning Momo. This is her chance. She needs to do something here. German suplex. Walks right into a fisherman. 1, 2. Not enough. The desperation is beginning to set in for both women. They know how much a win here would mean to them. This is for the Queen's Crown Championship #1 contendership. An opportunity to win gold in StrongGate. And they are throwing everything on the line. Big German suplex. Goes for the pin. Is this going to do it? No, not enough. And I like what Toni's doing here. She just goes immediately for the kill. She's trying to put her away, but the fisherman doesn't work. B driver connects. 2, 3, and Momo, in a last-ditch effort, has just defeated Toni Storm. She is now the new #1 contender for the Queen's Crown Championship. And if I was Asuka, I would be holding on to that championship for dear life, because this match just showed me that Momo Watanabe may just be the one to dethrone the Empress. But we need to move on. We have another match coming up here. The run back between the knockout artist Chris Hero and the self-proclaimed ruler of StrongGate, Oba Femi. And if you guys were here on the last episode, Chris Hero talked about an open challenge, and that challenge was answered by the ruler himself, Oba Femi, who then had a hellacious battle against the knockout artist, with Oba Femi beating Chris Hero. Of course, Hero was not happy about that, and so he's decided to run it back here tonight. Oba Femi coming out with a strut of confidence. Beating a man like Chris Hero is definitely a first impression that would leave a lot of people very excited to see where he goes next. And he may even get some eyes put on him. I mean, he did say he calls himself the ruler for a reason, and he immediately made a statement after beating Chris Hero. But let us see if he can do it again tonight. Oba Femi starts off with a knee to the gut, already knocking down Chris Hero. Again, Chris Hero jumping off the ropes, and he explodes with a knee, and an even bigger knee. This is going to be nothing short of a slugfest between two absolute units. Chris Hero, another vicious striker. One of the best, in my opinion. And Oba Femi is a being of raw power. Not just in pure strength. I mean, he has a very big heart as well. He has undeniable willpower. He is someone that cannot go down without a fight, as we saw in his last soiree with Chris Hero. Now these two lock horns yet again. And a big right hand, and he tries running at him. And I mean, this is what I'm talking about here. That explosive power from Oba Femi, able to take a guy like Chris Hero and send him back into the corner like that, is absolutely insane.
Give up?
But Chris Hero is holding his own. He is still doing what he does best, and that is landing vicious strikes. I mean, this is something you got to do against Oba Femi. You either cut him down by the knees, or you go straight for the head. And that is something that Chris Hero excels at. He is a head hunter. Now the two are swinging at each other with these strikes, chops and punches. But Oba Femi standing tall, rolling him back up to his feet and trying to do something there. It looked maybe like a lariat. Oba Femi, however, I think he still has the advantage in this match. I mean, he is a little bit younger than Chris Hero. He's got the strength. He's got the height. He's definitely a favorite in this match, but I would not say that Chris Hero is just going to job out to him. Chris Hero has been in this business for a very long time. He is a veteran of the game. He has faced people of various sizes, and Oba Femi is no different from someone like Claudio Castagnoli, from someone like Gunter, someone who excels in power and strength. Chris Hero has fought them. Chris Hero has beaten them, and there is no one else like Chris Hero on this roster that can do the things he can do. Chris Hero is upset that Oba Femi had beaten him. He believes that it was nothing more than a fluke. And so he wants to prove here tonight that Chris Hero still has that engine in him. He's still got that dog in him. He's still able to fight with the best, to be the best. And this match may just be the deciding factor in that, as he is going to try his best to topple this giant. But perhaps Oba Femi's ego may be just too much for Chris Hero to handle. Oba Femi came from really nothing here. This is one of his first matches that he's done, and already he's made a statement. Quick delay by Chris Hero, and it's a kick out at 2. Nothing to it for the ruler. Chris Hero, though, is still doing his best, and there's a death by elbow from the ground. Hooks the leg tightly, but Oba's going to kick out again. In their last match, these two went to the absolute limit. They were throwing bombs at each other, and they were not stopping until one of them could not get up anymore. This match will be no different. And right now, we're already seeing them doing extremely huge feats of strength, just like we saw there. And now Oba Femi looking for the fall from Grace, looking very familiar from the last time these two fought. But Chris Hero kicks out. Death by elbow. Back of his head. He's looking to put the exclamation point on this match. Maybe finally put away Oba Femi, but Oba's kicking out again. Stiff uppercuts from Chris Hero. And a big boot as well. This blows to the head doing the work right now. And a huge X-Plex. Again, another huge feat of strength to pick up someone like Oba Femi and toss him like a rag doll. Just goes to show how strong Chris Hero really is. But Oba Femi now throwing Chris Hero onto concrete. And now the fall from Grace on the floor. Both men getting back into the ring and exchanging blows. Chris Hero beckoning the ruler to hit him harder as he hits him with a discus elbow. And another one for good measure, the double tap. Sometimes that's what you gotta do to take down a man like Oba Femi. Now off the rope, misses the boot. And Chris Hero just throwing him into the corner, trying to isolate the big man. These two have been throwing absolute haymakers at each other all match. I know these two are gassed as all hell. Big boot to the corner. Cravat, suplex. Now he's throwing everything in the kitchen sink at Oba Femi. Is this going to be enough to take down the ruler? Death by elbow. He's back up again. And so he puts him down one more time. Big elbows to the back of the head. The constant blows to the head. Is that going to do it? Yes. Chris Hero has defeated the ruler here tonight. The record now 1-1, and you know this feud is far from over. I'm surely going to expect these two to come back into the ring at some point, because my word, what a hellacious match from both of them. We will be right back as our next match. It's going to be Kyle O'Reilly versus the Stone Pitbull Tomohiro Ishii. And to give a little context for this match, Kyle O'Reilly was in the Iron Fist Championship tournament. He did not go very far, and since then, he's been feeling lost. He's been feeling dejected. He doesn't exactly know what to do now. And so Tomohiro offered a chance for Kyle O'Reilly to go under his wing and teach him how to be stronger, teach him how to be better. And his first lesson tonight is going toe-to-toe with the man himself. Tomohiro coming down to the ring with that same stoicism, that same strut that he's always done when he's about to go to war with somebody. He knows that Kyle O'Reilly has some hidden potential. That with the right mindset, with the right tutelage, he could become a champion here in StrongGate. And Kyle O'Reilly already making the moves, already trying to work the limbs. And that is something you have to do against someone like Tomohiro. He has a very high pain tolerance. He can take a lot of hits. And so to wear him down, to bring him to the mat, do whatever you can to wear down that stone pit bull. And perhaps Tomohiro might see something very similar in Kyle O'Reilly. That's why he wanted to put him under his wing. That's why he wanted this match, to see if maybe he does have that same type of potential in him. Big takedowns by Kyle O'Reilly, going quickly, but Tomohiro is able to scout it, throwing him outside the ring, and Kyle deciding to be better off inside the ring. That's the respect that you show someone like Ishii. You don't want to fight outside. If you want to truly show yourself to be a top-tier wrestler, you want to fight inside. You want to put all of yourself into that ring. And right now, Tomohiro is throwing elbows to the skull of Kyle O'Reilly. These strikes might just be enough to rock him. Tornado DDT, however, to the head. Hooks the leg. Not enough. Ishii kicking out at 1. And now the strike exchange in the middle of the ring. Elbows are flying. Kyle O'Reilly, however, able to knock down Ishii, go behind. And he hits him with the leg breaker. And he's constantly working the legs. Smart move there. He knows that someone like the Stone Pit Bull, he is slow, but he is strong. Cut him down by the legs, and you may have an advantage in this match. Kyle O'Reilly is a supremely good limb worker. He knows exactly what joint to manipulate. He knows exactly what bone to break on the human body. And so he knows that in order to beat Tomohiro, he's going to have to lock in. He's going to have to work on those limbs as much as possible, because he knows that lariat may be a death sentence if he were to connect. Gets out of the way. And again, caught in the DDT. Consistent blows to the head here from Kyle O'Reilly. Big suplex. I thought he was going for the brainbuster. That might have been a game ender. Snapmare takedown, picks him back up. And another stiff forearm. Oh, wow. He was actually thinking of going for the enziguri, but Kyle scouts it. He keeps his distance, and now the elbows are flying, but Tomohiro is walking forward as Kyle O'Reilly gets absolutely rocked off the ropes into the power slam, and now working on the legs for Kyle. And that is another big thing for Kyle, his kicks, as we're seeing it right now. The kicks are coming in, but they might be a little weaker due to the work that Tomohiro just did to his legs. But Kyle's not giving up. He's showing the tenacity that Tomohiro was talking about earlier. Sharpshooter applied.
Give up.
Right in the center, putting all that pressure on the back and spine. Right now, I would say this is a pretty even contest, but I think Tomohiro might have just turned the tides. Big suplex. Working the back and legs, that lower body, putting on a tremendous amount of pain due to Ishii's working of the legs and back. Goes behind, tries to anyway, gets scouted. Now into the corner. Oh my God! Headbutts to the head, and now a little bit of trash talk coming from Ishii here. Locking in that sharpshooter again.
Give up.
And those headbutts, I'm surprised that Kyle O'Reilly is walking straight. Those were some stiff headbutts from Ishii, and now a chop just floored him. These strikes are getting stronger as the match continues. He's got him back up as he's thinking the lariat. There it is, but Kyle's back up and he's throwing out strikes like it's nothing. Fighting spirit coming through in droves now. The adrenaline is pumping. He is still going to work. And now Kyle, oh my God, Ishii with a power bomb that almost landed on the neck of Kyle O'Reilly, and now the two are trading blows as much as possible. That might have stunned Tomohiro just a little bit, and there's another headbutt. That definitely rocked him for sure. But Tomohiro is starting to get gassed. You can see that this match is taking its toll on him. And Kyle O'Reilly is seizing the opportunity. There's another vicious combo. Ishii is starting to slow down. But he's still using those strikes to put down Kyle O'Reilly. And now I think he's looking for it again. Lariat, but this time, Kyle O'Reilly. Knee to the gut, going low. And now attacking the arms. Smart thinking there by Kyle O'Reilly. And a kick out at nothing from Ishii. And another chop. Oh my god, no. The sliding lariat this time. As he picks him back up. Ishii from the ropes with a second one. My god. He's looking to kill the man. 2. And it's not enough. Kyle is still in this. I think something has just awakened in Kyle O'Reilly. A long slumbering demon has just been brought out. And I think Ishii has finally done what he was saying he was going to do, is bring out that dog in him. And Ishii is now being worked. Goes behind. It's blocked. Into the corner now. Ishii has him up. What could he be thinking here? Oh my god, no! Was that a brain buster off the top rope? And he doesn't even want to pin him.
Give up.
Ishii thinks that there could be some more punishment put down on Kyle O'Reilly. You gotta be kidding me. After a move like that, and now off the ropes again, thinking for that sliding lariat. Hooks the leg. That's gotta do it, Kyle. Just stay out. No! Kyle O'Reilly has continued to show this resiliency that has been given to him in this match. He is just going strong. Taking on lariat after lariat, power bombs after power bombs, and yet he is still going in this match. The engine has not died. The light has not gone out.
Give up.
And Tomohiro sees that.
Give up.
Working the legs. Trying to keep him from making those kicks, doing those attacks, running, anything. Go behind again. Takedown. Reversed. Keeps him in the sprawl. Now in the wrist lock, and oh my god! Ishii had enough of that grappling bullshit and just goes for the lariat again. Hooks the leg. That's gotta do it. You have gotta be kidding me. Kyle O'Reilly. The adrenaline. The workhorse. Coming out. Arm drag again. And it's just knocked completely out. Forearms and forearms again. These two are just throwing everything. They're throwing bombs at each other right now. Headbutt to Kyle O'Reilly again. Back suplex on the neck and back, but Kyle is up. Kyle is up and he hits a DDT. Is that going to do it? A 1 count. 1 count on that tornado DDT. We have already almost gone the limit here. Hooks in the heel lock. He gets out of that.
20 minutes gone.
20 minutes have passed in this match. These two are throwing everything. And now he has nowhere to go. Lariat, but he's up. Kyle's up. Suplex. He has taken so much in this match, and yet he is still continuing on. He's got some more fight in him. But maybe Ishii wants to put an end to this. Back suplex again. Kyle's up. Throws him out of the ring, maybe to catch his breath.
2,
And a knee!
3,
Oh my god!
5,
A knee to the head from the apron. And the Kawada kicks to boot. Oh, he's going for the kill. Kyle O'Reilly is hungry. Throws him into the ropes, and now a big boot. Oh my. He's got his arms grabbed as he starts stomping a mud hole in his face. Kyle O'Reilly is up and he's moving. Lariat though. And he's, oh my god. No way these two are still going. How much more punishment can these men take? Kyle O'Reilly though. Dragon screw, heel hook. Ishii trying to crawl away. He puts his foot on the rope though. And that might have been the only reason that Tomohiro is still in this match after everything that these two have went through. German suplex. Into a brainbuster from Kyle. What an answer. Kyle hooks in the armbar. He's looking to finish.
Give up.
All that torque on the arm, it's still not enough. The Stone Pitbull's still standing. And these strikes are coming out. I'm at a loss for words. This match has been absolutely insane from the very beginning. Back suplex. Kyle O'Reilly is absolutely gassed. Big forearm. And now he can't be thinking of another one. And another lariat. 1, 2, and Kyle kicks out again. Big forearm, arm breaker, back suplex. And now, in the corner, triangle chokes, center of the ring. Is this gonna tap him out?
Give up.
Is this gonna do it? No. How is this even happening? The big chop is missed, but they both go down. Both bodies colliding.
4, 5, 6.
Ref at 6.
7, 8.
Both men back up to their feet, and now swinging with everything that they have. This is a war of attrition, a war of will to see who will be the last man standing. Lariat from Kyle to the stone pit bull, and now the axe and smash. But he gets back up and a power bomb from the stone pit bull, but it's just a 2 count. Back elbow, stunning him, and now the elbows. Tomohiro taking it, and a big elbow from the stone pit bull. And I think the lights are out in the house. Kyle O'Reilly has nowhere to go. Power bomb away from the ropes, and Tomohiro Ishii doesn't even know where he's at, completely stunned. But he has beaten Kyle O'Reilly. My God, what a war between those two. They just threw everything at each other in a hellacious strike exchange. One of the most physical contests I think I've ever seen in StrongGate. And you gotta give props to both men, but I gotta give even more props to Kyle himself, who just threw out one of his best matches I think I've ever seen. And if no one was talking about Kyle O'Reilly before, they will definitely be talking about him now. What a match from both men. But we are not done yet, folks. We still got 2 more matches left in the chamber, and we have a King's Crown Championship #1 contenders match between Will Ospreay and Kaito Kiyomiya. Will Ospreay coming down to the ring, looking to maybe be able to redeem himself after his loss against Kenny Omega in the King's Crown Championship tournament. But let's not talk about what's happened in the past. We're talking about what's happening right now. A win here could put him back on the saddle and become #1 contender to face Kenny Omega in the next show. And Kaito as well, he has a lot going into this match too. He lost to Okada, the man who Omega beat to become King's Crown Champion. He feels that it should have been him in that match, that it should have been him to be the first ever inaugural King's Crown Champion. And now these two will meet in the ring to see who is the better man.
Fight!
And immediately, these two are already throwing elbows at each other. A lot is riding on this for both men. They have a lot of history already in StrongGate. They know how much a King's Crown Championship would mean to them. To win the King's Crown Championship is to be considered the best, the strongest that we have to offer. And someone like Will Ospreay believes that Kenny Omega does not deserve it. They went through hell and back in their matchup, but it was Kenny who came out victorious. This is Will Ospreay's chance to redeem himself. But on the other side, you have someone like Kaito, someone who was taken out early by the man Kazuchika Okada, the man who would face Kenny opposite him in the finals of the King's Crown Championship. And Kaito believes that Okada should never have gotten a chance in this tournament, that he should have never been in this tournament. It should have been Kaito. That's all he talks about. It should have been him. This is a chance for him to show the world that he is the brand new ace, that he can carry this division to the top echelon that it deserves to be. But it starts right here. Will Ospreay and Kaito begin to fight. The elbows are flying here tonight. It has been nothing short of a slugfest so far, both men not really getting an edge on the other. It has been non-stop. But you can see Kaito has a plan. He's going for the legs. He's trying to attack with Ospreay's legs, but Ospreay is not fazed by it. Locks in the figure 4. Trying to work the legs of Kaito now. Big elbow to the back. He's just maintaining control. A series of stiff Europeans to the face and another drop kick to the leg. Attacking those knees, stopping the running power, that explosiveness that Will Ospreay is known for. Speaking of which, and he runs right into the corner, but Will Ospreay is able to answer back pretty quickly, but Kaito is on top of it.
5 minutes gone.
Kaito now throwing him out of the ring.
1, 2,
I don't know what he could possibly
3,
be thinking here, but
4,
anything happens,
5,
anything goes in these kinds of matchups, and now going for something here as he flips over the rope in a show of athleticism here. Almost catching Will Ospreay off guard, it looked like, and he's back to work on the legs. Enziguri to the back of the head. Go behind, super kick to the chin, right under the jaw, perfectly placed. There's the back suplex as well, and now Will Ospreay's back on top. And as soon as I say that, though, Kaito, so quick, so agile, able to just get the reversal. Elbows to the face. Reversing the suplex, and another drop kick to the legs. Stellar work from Kaito here. He's just attacking those legs non-stop. And you can kind of see Will Ospreay starting to limp a little bit here. But now, oh my God!
1,
Kaito pulling
2,
out all the stops in this
3,
matchup. A
4,
tiger suplex
5,
down to the
6,
floor.
7,
This just goes to show you
8,
just how hungry Kaito has
9,
become ever since
10,
losing that King's Crown
11,
Championship. He's looking
12,
to climb back up the
13,
mountain. He wants this just as badly as Will does, and I think Will might be getting counted out here, but he is able to get back in. And immediately going for Stormbreaker, slides through backslide. And it is a rope break. Legs were touching the ropes, the referee scouted it. Super kick right to the jaw again. Those blows to the head dealing some work. Figure 4 leg lock locked in tightly. Just like Will Ospreay had it earlier, now Kaito targeting those legs again, the figure 4. He does escape though. Off the ropes. Spanish fly connecting. Hooks the leg. Could this do it? Is this going to put Kaito away? Just a 2 count. Nothing to it. And there's those forearms from Will. Kaito answering back with European uppercuts. These two are not letting up just yet. And now we go into another strike exchange. Both men vying for position, not a single one falling back just yet. And Kaito, stiff elbow. This could be his chance to turn the tides. Will Ospreay with the catch, and he puts him down with a vicious slam. All that tension to the back is not going to be enough. Hidden blade. And Kaito's up. Kaito is up. It's going to take a lot more punishment to put down Kaito. He is still in this match. Misses the knee. Into the corner now. We've seen this move before. He did this with Okada in their last match. And the knee making contact with the steel turnbuckle.
4,
Going for something here, but Will Ospreay's going to reverse it. Goes over. And now a German suplex onto the floor. And you know Will Ospreay has had a lot of work done on the neck. And so to have a German suplex onto the floor has got to do some major pain to that neck. But it does not matter. Kaito's back in. Hurricane Rana for the pin. No, not enough. He catches the chop, and now the Stormbreaker.
1, 2, 3.
Will Ospreay is down. Kaito is down. Neither man can get a pin. They both get back up before the 10 count. Drop kick again to the knee, going low. And now another drop kick to the legs. Snap suplex by Will Ospreay. He's going to have to dig down deep for something here. He's going to try and lock in that figure 4. But those legs are not as strong as they were in the beginning of this match. He does let him go. Big elbow strike there. Just trying to wear him down with these stiff strikes. You can see he keeps constantly hitting him hard enough to fall back down to the ground. Then he picks him back up. And now Stormbreaker looking to go for it here. Backslide again. Scouts it. No dice. Both men still fighting though. Both men still in this. Off the ropes. Kaito. Discus elbow. Catches the kick. European uppercuts again. Kaito not giving an inch in this match. And there's that leg wrench. He's going for the legs again. That's going to hinder Will Ospreay's jumping ability, his running ability, hell, even his lifting ability. But even through all the pain, he still hits the Stormbreaker. But Kaito's up. And this is what I was talking about. The work done on those legs have definitely hindered the ability to finish this match for Will Ospreay. And again, another dropkick to the legs. Goes behind. Reversal. into a death by elbow. Shout out Chris Hero. And a Spanish fly to boot. Is he going to go for the pin? Hell no! Hidden blade! And Kaito's up again. And yet Kaito remains up. He hits him with that dragon whip. I don't think he was able to hit all of that hidden blade. And maybe that's why Kaito is still standing. But Will Ospreay is not done yet. Going for the kill! Poison Rana. Right on the top of the head. And now this might be the chance for... Wait a minute. Kaito! Oh my god! And these two are still going at it. Big elbows being thrown by both men. This match means everything to them. This is a shot at immortality. A shot at the #1 contendership for the King's Crown Championship. This is a chance to right their wrongs, to avenge their losses. And Kaito from the top. Huge forearm to the back of the head as he locks in the cattle mutilation. Is that going to put him away? Will Ospreay is struggling. He's trying his best and he's going to escape. Kaito getting thrown into the ropes. Big lariat though by Kaito coming back around. Will Ospreay though picks him up and he hits him with a third Stormbreaker for the pin and possibly the end of this match. And Kaito kicking out before the 2 count. He's still got some fight left in him. And there he goes again. Cattle mutilation locked in now. Center of the ring. He's got nowhere to go, but he escapes off of sheer willpower. Will Ospreay, those legs have done so much. He is going through a lot of pain, but wait a minute!
20 minutes gone.
I think he just used the last bit of strength in his legs to spring off the rope there and clock him in the face, and now...
9, 10.
Will Ospreay! Kaito could not last any longer. The blows to the head must have done enough, and Kaito falls. Will Ospreay is going to be the #1 contender for the King's Crown Championship. It will be Kenny and Will at the next show. You have got to be kidding me. They will run it back one more time. But that is not the end of the show, folks. We got one more match in store. Yet another #1 contenders match, this time for the Iron Fist Championship, which is held by Daniel Garcia. It's going to be the man that he beat in the last show, Buddy Matthews, versus one of the top stars of StrongGate, Gabe Kidd, who believes he had earned his shot after going to war with Eddie Kingston for the past few episodes. Now these two will meet in the ring in what is surely to be a bloody war. Who is going to come out on top? Only time will tell. And now stepping out to the ring first in this main event of the night is Buddy Matthews, a man who has seen his fair share of hellacious battles, going through the entirety of the Iron Fist Championship tournament, only to lose to Daniel Garcia at the very end. Buddy is hungry, he is ready, and he is willing to put everything on the line for this championship opportunity. But a man across from him is just as hungry, just as vicious, and maybe even just a little bit dirtier. This is Gabe Kidd. Now, if you don't know about Gabe Kidd and StrongGate, he went to war with Eddie Kingston 3 times in the past few episodes, each match bloodier and more brutal than the last. And Gabe Kidd, the self-proclaimed Mad King, has come here to try and get some gold under his belt, but he just has to go through Buddy Matthews first, and I don't think it's going to be an easy one. Immediately starting off this match, they start into the corner. And when you think about the game plan for both men here, they both are very brutal strikers. Some a little more brutal than others. But when it comes to Gabe Kidd, he is a dirty player, and he should use every trick in the book to try and secure this victory. The Iron Fist Championship is different from the King's Crown Championship. It doesn't mean that you're the best. It doesn't mean that you're the strongest. It means that you are the toughest, that you're the one who can take on any kind of adversity and fight through it. This is a championship that represents willpower, that represents fighting for your life every day. And I can't think of 2 men more hungry for that than these two in that ring. I know Daniel Garcia is watching this match with a close eye, especially seeing how Buddy Matthews is back in the championship fold once again after their hellacious contest in the last episode. If you guys were not there for it, Buddy Matthews and Daniel went to war with each other. They fought and fought and fought, and at the end of it, it was Daniel who did win, but it was not by a large margin. It was because he had just a little bit more in the tank than Buddy. And Buddy is back now. He's faster, he's stronger, he's more aggressive than he was before. And he is looking for an opportunity to right that wrong that he had in the tournament. Gabe Kidd, coming off a bunch of battles of his own, he took on Eddie Kingston in some bloody battles. The self-proclaimed Mad King wanted to come to StrongGate to show that he is deserving of all the gold, and in those matches he damn sure showed everybody what he can do. And so to have these two meet in the ring, not even for a championship, but for an opportunity to face off for that championship, just goes to show the kind of roster we have here. Gabe Kidd with a big elbow to the face as he locks in the chin lock. Both men still feeling each other out, trying to go for some stiff strikes to see how much pain they can take, before throwing some absolute bombs. Shoulder block, now back into a chin lock. Like I said, pretty even contest so far, not a single one giving an edge. Going off the ropes, they both collide, shoulder blocks, go behind reversed, into the wrist lock. And there's that athleticism being shown by Buddy as he's able to lock in that arm lock on the ground, maintaining control. Now into the corner. Buddy Matthews, full head of steam, big drop kick. And I think his head just bounced off that turnbuckle. And now Buddy Matthews from the top, and it looks like he decides not going for something. Doesn't want to take any big risks yet, and I think he's going to make him pay for it. Gabe Kidd, big lariat, and now he's beginning to punch down on the head. And we've already started to see blood. And Gabe Kidd with that brashness, that attitude that took him through those matches against Eddie Kingston. He is a trash talker through and through. One of the most brash I've ever heard. And Buddy Matthews able to suplex him out of the ring. And you can see he's already starting to gash pretty bad. And that just goes to show you how hard hitting Gabe Kidd is. I mean, able to completely bust open Buddy Matthews with just a few punches. You got to give him props. This brother hits hard. But Buddy Matthews hits just as hard, if not harder at some points. Now fighting in the corner, and these chops are coming through. And I can't tell if the red on his chest is blood or handprints being left behind. He is absolutely getting reamed out there, but Buddy Matthews is still fighting. He's still showing off why he was almost the first ever Iron Fist champion. And Gabe Kidd again, getting on top, getting on that mount control, just raining down punches, vicious ground and pound, and now the Kawada kicks to the face of Gabe, stunning him just enough for the German. He's picking him back up though. It goes behind again. There's that speed and quickness he has over Gabe Kidd. If he can keep that up, he may have a chance to win. But that's only if he can keep the gas tank going. Oh, and look at this redirection here, throwing him into the opposite corner. And now, we've seen this before. This was the move that almost secured him the bag for that championship, off the ropes, and the curb stomp for the win. Is he going on? No! Now correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was the first time anyone has kicked out of that curb stomp from Buddy Matthews. Gabe Kidd still has a lot more left in the tank, and Buddy Matthews is immediately on the offensive. This is what you gotta do. You cannot let up. If he kicks out, you keep putting him down. That's what you gotta do. Gabe Kidd though, in the corner, big chops again. Handprints beginning to grow. Picking him back up. Now off the ropes, and a big boot. The Yakuza kick, showing signs of Masahiro Chono. Oh, and again another collision as he picks him up. Wait a minute! Matthews Law for the win? No! And now the two are starting to throw hands, elbows. Oh, they are angry. You can feel the anger through the screen. Headbutt. Good God! A big boot right to the jaw. I think some teeth just got knocked loose. But again, every single time Buddy Matthews gets thrown into the corner, Gabe Kidd is right there, overpowering him, throwing him in, and now taking a bit of flesh with him. And this was the hunger that I was talking about from Gabe Kidd, but I did not mean literally. He is absolutely hungry to win this championship opportunity. And now into the cradle, pile driver. And he's not done yet. Gabe Kidd picking him up for the brain buster. And instead of going for the pin, Gabe Kidd and his ego and hubris coming through would rather talk down to the crowd than try to win a match. This is the type of stuff that you get from Gabe Kidd. He is a trash talker through and through. And at this point, I don't even think he wants to win. Reversal by Buddy Matthews. He needs to think of something. He's going to pick him up. Reversal into the German. But he rolls through, and now the power bomb. Flip over into the Kami. Goye. Knee to the skull. Big chops. This is his chance. There's another one. Ripcord knee. Picks him back up. What a vicious amount of strikes coming from Buddy Matthews. Kami Goye again. Goes behind. Backslide. Knee into the chin. That's got to be at least 4 of them now. And there's the combination. Another knee. That's 5 of them consecutively to the head. At this point, it ain't a concussion. That's just straight CTE. Knee to the back of the head. And yet, Gabe Kidd is still standing. What the hell is this man's skull made of? Titanium? Picks him up, and now another. Oh my God, he crumpled from that pile driver, and yet he's still back up. Right hand from Gabe Kidd. And another brain buster. Into the hook. Is this gonna do it? No! You've got to be joking. What kind of punishment is Buddy Matthews willing to take to win this match? This is what I'm talking about. This is why we do this. Brain buster. Gabe Kidd is not done. The punishment continues. Pile driver. And he doesn't want to go for the pin anymore. Now Gabe Kidd wants to put Buddy Matthews down for good. This was the same kind of mentality he had when he took on Eddie Kingston. And another pile driver. And look, he's standing over him as he begins to take a piece of flesh again. Gabe Kidd is a sick individual. He would rather put a man down in that ring than win the whole match. But yet Buddy is continuing to fight, so I don't know who's in the wrong here. Buddy could have at least thrown in the towel at this point. He is risking his career for a shot at this title. Powerbomb connecting again, flip over into the Kami Goye. The knee to the head, dealing massive damage, but Gabe Kidd, I just don't understand what kind of pain tolerance these two have, but they are pushing themselves to the limit. Knee to the front, knee to the back, and now picks him up for a brainbuster of his own. Into the corner, and immediately again, just biting him, the blood gushing out into his eyes. I don't even think he can see anymore. How is this match going to end? I mean, and look at this stare down. Buddy Matthews is pissed. He is angry. Blood soaking down his face, and Gabe Kidd said, "Shut the hell up, brain buster." He said, "This is my ring." Lariat. Hooks the leg for the 1, 2, and no! Buddy's up. Buddy's up. Matthews Law. 1, 2, 3. Buddy has won. Buddy has won. Through sheer force of will. Through digging down deep, the last bit of adrenaline left, he's able to put Gabe Kidd away in what is... I am speechless. What a match between these two, but Buddy just showed everybody that he is ready for whatever Daniel Garcia has for him. He will be facing him for that Iron Fist Championship. That is a guarantee. And Daniel Garcia better watch his back, because Buddy Matthews is coming for him, and there may not be any stopping him. And folks, after that one, that is going to be the end of tonight's festivities. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for coming back. StrongGate is back and better than ever. And folks, thank you for joining us here tonight. We will see you all in the next one. Peace.